Trading Post FX, where the world learns to trade.
Welcome to Module 3, Corrective Patterns. By now, we have completed Module 1, Elliott Basics, and Module 2, Impulsive Patterns. In this learning object, we will learn about the corrective wave structure, characteristics of zigzags, flats, triangles, and combinations, and rules and guidelines of corrective waves. Let's review what we have learned in the previous two modules. In Module 1, we learned about counting waves, and we talked about wave personalities. We now have a good idea about the rhythm of the Elliott waves as well. In Module 2, we focused on the impulsive wave structures, such as the impulse waves and the diagonals. We also learned about wave extensions of the impulse waves. In this module, we will look at corrective moves and continuation chart patterns. Once we learn to identify certain types of chart patterns, such as triangles and bull and bear flags, we will begin to identify with how the market moves during these sequences and be prepared for the next impulsive move. How would you like to be able to recognize when the market has finished correcting and is ready to make its next big move in the direction of the trend? Anna Nin, writer and diarist from Paris, said, "And the day came when the risk it took to remain tight inside the bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom." Congratulations for taking the risk to learn skills required to become an intuitive master trader. Not everyone is ready for this step or challenge, but you are, because you are here now. The key to doing well in the market is to use the tools available to know when the next trade is about to start. We learn that by understanding how to apply corrective sequences. The Elliott wave principle attempts to provide order to the markets by providing a framework within which market moves occur. Corrective wave structures follow any five-wave move. Corrective waves can follow a wave 1, 3, or 5 and are usually denoted with letters. One certainty about corrective waves is that they always trade in three-wave patterns, with the exception of a triangle. Usually, at the end of a wave 1, 3, or 5, the market is still bullish in the case of an uptrend. The corrective sequence as an ABC is a correction only and is a way to position oneself to buy dips, especially after the completion of a wave 1 or 3. In the case of a downtrend, the reverse is true. One would get ready to sell the rally. One word of caution. After a five-wave sequence, wave B of this three-wave correction is what is known as the bull trap in an ABC corrective sequence. At this point, traders are euphoric about going long in the market again, not realizing that wave C is about to follow. This is a good time to position short for wave C. Wave C wipes out the long positions as price drops relentlessly. It is often an extended wave, but when it ends, and then it is time to buy. Let's begin delving into this ABC corrective sequence a bit further. Corrective patterns are divided into two types: sharp, which are corrections that move sharply against the major trend, and sideways, which are corrections that move against the major trend in a sideways movement. There are three types of corrective patterns: zigzags, flats, and triangles. Zigzags are characterized as simple, sharp corrections. Flats are characterized as simple, sideways corrections. There are three variations. And triangles are also described as simple sideways corrections. There are four variations. Notice the simple sharp correction of the zigzag. Notice the sideways movement of the flat. Notice the sideways five-leg sequence of the triangle. How would you like to be able to identify these patterns in the market as they are unfolding? In an uptrend or a downtrend, the zigzag correction moves against the predominant trend. Zigzags are considered to be part of the sharp family because the A wave trades against the trend, followed by a B wave which corrects A, and finally a C wave which travels against the trend. The internal structure of zigzags. The zigzag has a three-wave ABC form, where A and C are both five-wave forms, separated by B, which is a three-wave form. This corrective sequence trades as an impulsive, corrective, impulsive sequence. Wave A trades against the trend, wave B trades with the trend, and C trades against the trend. The zigzag typically occurs in the wave 2 position as the market is still unaware that the trend has changed, and the correction is sharp, correcting most of the wave 1 move. In an uptrend or downtrend, the flat correction moves sideways to the predominant trend. Flats are part of the sideways family of corrective wave patterns. Flats fall into three categories: the regular flat, the irregular or expanded flat, and the running flat. In flat corrections, the regular flat is the most common, followed by the irregular or expanded, followed by the running flat. Subtle differences between the travel of waves B and C determine which flat correction it is. For example, the regular flat is the most common, with B traveling back to the start of A, followed by the C wave, which usually comes slightly below the end of wave A. In an irregular or expanded flat, B always travels above the start of wave A. In a running flat, the trend is so strong that C doesn't make it below the end of wave A. The market is too ready to take off in the direction of the trend, which in this case is up. Internal structure of flats. The flat has a three-wave ABC form, where A and B are both three-wave forms. C is a five-wave form. This corrective sequence trades as a corrective, corrective, impulsive sequence. Notice that the wave A in a zigzag is 5 waves, but the wave A in a flat correction is only 3 waves. The flat correction typically occurs in the wave 4 position and is more of a sideways consolidation than a sharp correction, as the market looks for more strength in the wave 5 which follows. Characteristics of triangles. In an uptrend or a downtrend, triangles are sideways patterns that move within either converging or diverging channel lines. The example to the left shows converging channel lines in a downtrend market. Triangles are 5-wave structures in an A, B, C, D, E form that move against the trend in a corrective sideways manner. Triangles fall into 4 categories: contracting, which are symmetrical ascending and descending, versus expanding, also known as reverse symmetrical. There are 4 variations of triangles. Triangles usually occur in 4th wave positions and are considered sideways consolidation patterns. They are also called continuation patterns as they precede the final move in the direction of the current trend. Notice the difference between the symmetrical and reverse symmetrical triangle. The symmetrical triangle moves within converging channel lines. The reverse symmetrical triangle moves within diverging channel lines. Notice the difference between the ascending and the descending triangle. The ascending triangle moves within converging channel lines with a flat top and upward sloping bottom. The descending triangle moves within converging channel lines with a flat bottom and downward sloping top. Internal structure of triangles. The triangle has a 5-wave ABCDE form. where each of the A, B, C, D, and E legs are three waveforms. This corrective sequence trades as a corrective, 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 corrective sequence. Triangles usually occur in the fourth wave positions and are considered sideways consolidation patterns. They are also continuation patterns as they precede the final move in the direction of the current trend. To summarize, a zigzag forms a sharp, three-wave ABC corrective move. The flat family is characterized as a simple sideways with a three-wave ABC corrective move. It has three variations: regular, irregular, or running, with the B and C leg varying with each variation. The triangle family is characterized as a simple sideways correction, which unfolds in a five-wave ABCDE sequence. There are four types: symmetrical, which is contracting; reverse symmetrical, which is expanding; ascending, which has a flat top and a rising bottom; and a descending, which has a declining top and a flat bottom. A fourth type of corrective sequence forms a combination of the basic corrective structures. For example, sharp zigzag corrections can be single, double, or triple patterns. A double zigzag is two zigzag patterns linked together. A triple zigzag is three zigzag patterns linked together. The double zigzag moves sharply against the trend. It forms a WXY form, where both W and Y are zigzags, and X is the link. The triple zigzag also moves sharply against the trend. It is three zigzag patterns linked together. It forms a WXY XZ form, where W, Y, and Z are zigzags and X is the link. A second combined pattern combines the flat sideways family of corrections. These sideways corrections can unfold as double threes or triple threes. A double three is two corrective patterns linked together by a third corrective pattern X. It occurs in both rising and falling markets. A triple three is three corrective patterns linked together by two corrective patterns X. It occurs in both rising and falling markets. Let's review the double three. The double three moves sideways against the trend. It forms a WXY form where both W and Y are linked by X. In this example, W is an ABC zigzag and Y is an ABC flat. The internal structure of double threes. In an uptrend or downtrend, double threes move sideways before resumption of the predominant trend. It consists of two corrective patterns, W and Y, linked together by a third corrective pattern X. The WXY is corrective, 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 where W unfolds in three waves, X unfolds in three waves, and Y unfolds in three waves. In this example, W is an ABC zigzag and Y is an ABC flat. The X link or connector is an ABC zigzag. This is an example of a triple three with three different corrective patterns linked together with X's. It moves sideways against the trend. It forms a WXY XZ form where W, Y, and Z are all linked by X. In this example, W is an ABC zigzag, Y is an ABC flat, and Z is an ABCDE triangle. Internal structure of triple threes. In an uptrend or downtrend, triple threes move sideways before resumption of the predominant trend. It is far less common than double threes. It consists of three corrective patterns, W, Y, and Z, linked together by a third corrective pattern, X. The internal structure is WXYXZ, which is corrective, 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 corrective. In this example, W is an ABC zigzag, Y is an ABC flat, and Z is an ABCDE triangle. All three patterns are connected by the X leg, which is also a three-wave pattern. This is a summary of the zigzag double and triple threes and flat double and triple threes. A triangle can never begin a combination pattern. Only a zigzag and a flat can. Possible double three combinations are zigzag, zigzag, zigzag flat, and zigzag triangle. Possible flat double three combinations are flat, flat, flat zigzag, and flat triangle. Possible zigzag triple three combinations are zigzag, 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 flat, flat, zigzag, flat, triangle. Possible flat triple three combinations are flat, 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 zigzag, flat, flat, triangle, flat, zigzag, flat, flat, zigzag, triangle. This is a good chart to keep in front of you when you are looking at corrective patterns. If a corrective pattern seems to go on, it is because of these combinations. Triangles do occur in combinations. However, they always end the final wave in a double or a triple three. Also, there is never more than one triangle in a combination. These are examples where triangles occur in combinations. A zigzag double three can start with a zigzag and end with a triangle. A flat double three can start with a flat and end with a triangle. A zigzag triple three can have a zigzag flat triangle combination. Flat triple three can form a flat flat triangle or a flat zigzag triangle. To summarize about triangles, triangles are always the final wave in double or triple threes. So for example, the Y position in a double three or the Z position in a triple three. There is never more than one triangle in a combination. A triangle occurs in wave 4 prior to wave 5 impulse move. A triangle occurs in wave B prior to final wave C. Complex triangles can occur in wave E of a 9-wave form.